Ready for the press conference?
Yes, we do see both of them.
Waiting for the press officer. I think today's draw will give Anand some breathing space. It broke the pattern how the game has been.
I saw even a brief smile by Anand, so I think he's okay and he's ready to fight in the next 5 games.
Ready to start? Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome for the press conference. We have one more game finished, 7th round of World Championship match between Viswanathan Anand and Magnus Carlsen. The game finished in a draw, and can you please share with us your comments? Can you say what happened today? Maybe.
Okay, so I chose a line that, well, actually both of us have played quite a bit in the past, knight bd2. He went for bishop g4 instead. And, well, then you get a very slow kind of maneuvering game where after the next 3 moves, White has 2 plans, which is, one is to play f4, and the other, like in the game, is to play on the h-file. The problem with f4, I thought it's not very effective because black is basically preparing himself to go knight f8, e6. So I tried castles, and here I thought I might be able to press a little bit. I understand it's not huge, but somehow I was not really able to make it happen. Maybe there's something to be said for bishop g5, f6, and then coming back and then trying h5. I thought here I might get something with g3, f4, and perhaps a rook on the h-file, but it didn't really materialize for much. Swapping all the rooks, I think, gives him adequate counterplay, so we just made a draw.
Yeah. So Magnus, please, your comments.
Yeah, not so much more to say. Of course, yeah, as you said, we both played this line. There are many different plans, of course, and but whatever you play, it's usually quite slow and the game goes on. But I thought I was doing more or less fine, just a little bit worse, but nothing real. And I thought the key here after g3, a5 is that f4 can just be met by f5 and then everything goes off. For instance, if I'd gone rook h8 immediately, then f4 and I cannot exchange all the pieces. Or also knight e6, f4 takes, f5, e5, g5, rook e1, and I was not sure if I'd managed to chop everything off. But anyway, what happened in the game was just drawish. So.
Yeah, thank you very much for your comments. So, was there any moment black could have been kind of danger? You think it was just fine, right, Magnus?
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be just a tiny bit more pleasant for white, but my pieces are well developed and I have no particular weaknesses, so I don't think I should be in any major trouble.
Yeah, thank you. And so the question to the players, how did you cope with the pressure yesterday? What did you do?
Nothing really special. I mean, the weather doesn't really allow you to do very much. This is, I mean, it's a pleasant time to be here, but you can't really go out. And so I stayed at the hotel and did some work.
Yeah, thank you. Any sport?
Yeah.
And Magnus, we saw your pictures that you were playing basketball. Is it right? Or volleyball? I don't know. Yesterday.
Yeah, we played a bit of football and basketball. Not too successfully, but it was fun.
Okay, thank you. And do we have questions? Journalists, please.
Question to Anand, kind of after this result, do you feel more of relieved or you look at it as opportunity lost for White? With White is it only 2 remaining?
So finally we have a microphone. Maybe you can repeat because it's not clear.
Do you look at it as opportunity lost or is there a relief?
Well, I mean, obviously, after the last two games, it's nice to break this result. But I was hoping for, to be able to press him a little bit, and I didn't manage very much, to be honest.
Yeah. Other questions, please? But
The question is to Magnus. Are you disappointed that the game was relatively short today?
No, I'm fine with that. I mean, I have the lead. I won my last game with black, so this suited me just fine.
yeah. And also question to Viswanathan Anand. Actually, yesterday, did you try to think about changing strategy or doing something else? Maybe even strategy in some details, like some superstitious things.
Well, of course, we had to assess what was going on, but this is not really something I can explain now.
Yeah. What about some things like lucky pen? I don't know, something. You don't believe in this?
There were other things to do.
Yeah. Thank you. And other questions, please?
Vishy, here is Neera from Gujarat Samachar. My question to you, that there are very exceptional players in the world who recover so easily, not so easily like you, and you have the ability to recover so easily. So shall we expect some sharp battle on behalf of you to come back?
Yeah, I mean, I will definitely keep trying this.
Thank you.
Other
are you
questions?
Are you a relieved lot now?
What's that?
Sorry?
Are you a relieved lot now?
No, it's not like... obviously, the game's unpleasant. There's no getting around that, the last two. But, well, we played a game today and we'll try again.
Yeah. Other questions? This part? No?
Just one last question. Thousands of kids are watching your play, and it looks like the psychological aspect of the game different from a match and a tournament. So how much it's important on the aspect of psychology, and what do you feel about it? The match that even in the last two games, the last game especially, it was not being outplayed. Just that you pressed him on, and just out of pressure and made a small mistake. What do you think about the psychology in the chess, and to the kids especially watching across the world?
For me?
I think so, yes. For both, okay.
That was a really long question. I don't know. I think, of course, there are some psychological aspects. For instance, there was no doubt that the outcome of Game 5 influenced the next game, and I think that's unavoidable in a match. So that's a little bit different, but you just try to move on as best as you can, but it's not so easy, especially if you've lost, of course.
Question was for both, if we get it.
Yeah, I mean, basically, yes, there's a lot of psychology involved.
Yeah, please.
This question is for both of you. A lot of the fans at home are sending good messages, best wishes to both of you on the social media. Do you read any of it? Do you see any of it? Or your teams relay it to you at all?
Well, in general, if they think I should know something, they let me know. But I don't know what they're not telling me. So.
Magnus?
Yeah, I've been following it just a little bit, and I'm very happy, very thankful for all of those who wish me well, and for those who don't, I don't read it anyways.
Yes, actually, what I've heard that in Norway now the sales of the chess boards, chess sets increased 3 times. What do you think about it? Shall we expect a big chess boom in Norway?
Yeah, I'm just really happy to see that people are following are following the match, that they're interested. So yeah, just keep it going, and I'll do my best to yeah, continue to keep up the good work. Yeah.
Okay, so other questions? Yes, please.
It's a question to Magnus. After the first game, you said there were some butterflies, and after the third game, you said you were quite nervous still. So, what about the butterflies, and what about your nerves?
I don't know. I guess they're still there. I think it's unavoidable, but as the match goes along, you settle in, and then it's maybe easier. I don't know.
Can you recall a very nervous moment during one of your games?
Yes.
Which one?
He's insisting. He wants to know which. Yes?
Yes. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's very optimistic of you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Do we have questions? Maybe last one, 2 questions.
Yes, one
Please.
question from Kameshwaran to Mr. Anand. Today the game went on well, the tensions released, of course. Tomorrow what Anand is going to do? He has got a plan to outwit his opponent and see that your opponent should not cross the Rubicon of 6 points, and so you can make it up.
Yes, well, in general, that's the plan. To try and do something.
Yeah, okay. So thank you very much for coming for the press conference and your comments.
Thank you.